Hey everybody, Pastor Steve here again for another video update. Want to say a big thank you to everyone who was a part of helping make our live stream happen this weekend, to the team that was here, to those of you who were able to tune in and join us in that way. Really big thank you for all of the help that went into that and for making it sort of a unique and special moment in the life of our church. Now, for the foreseeable future, we are going to continue to have to meet in these digital spaces. And so I want to give you a couple of updates on that and some ways to stay connected as we move through this coronavirus crisis together. So one thing that I want to say is we this weekend really sort of pushed groups as the place to stay connected and be connected. And I still believe this very strongly, that our church is well suited to a disruption like this because of the ways that we are organized around groups. But with the news coming out that groups of 10 or more are being discouraged against meeting as well, we've moved our groups from physical meetings to now digital spaces as well. So if you're involved in a group, be paying attention to your email for an invitation either to a Zoom meeting or a Google Hangout, whatever your group decides to do. That's going to be how we move forward for the time being. If you're not involved in a group, as weird as it may sound, this is actually a great time to get involved. I know our group leaders will be more than happy to welcome people into those digital hangout spaces as well. Other ways to stay connected, of course, are through our YouTube channel now, which is going to have all of these video updates, as well as our live stream will be on there. So you can check that out. Our app continues to be a great way to get connected. You can download this from any app store, and we're going to be using that to put more and more content on there for you guys. I'm hoping to do a couple of video updates a week. Some of that will be informational, some of that will be devotional. But again, be checking social media feeds and the YouTube channel for those things as well. Now, having said all of that, we're in this very strange moment of needing to distance ourselves socially from one another. And I would encourage you to follow the guidelines that are being presented, that we be good neighbors and love the people around us well by abiding by those guidelines. But at the same time, we need to make sure that we stay connected to one another. And all the ways that I just listed are great ways of doing that, but also just that personal text messaging, phone call, whatever it is to maintain human connection with people during this moment is going to be, I think, a really beautiful thing and a way for us to care for each other and our neighbors during this time. So be checking in on each other. And then the last thing I want to say is on Sunday, we introduced the practice of silence and solitude. And this was a decision that we made several months ago and had been planned out ahead of time, but it is a very timely and apt practice for our community to engage in during this time. And so I just want to remind you of some things that we said Sunday. This week in particular, as it gets crazy, as we see all these different responses to this, whether that's trying to pretend like it's not a big deal or even panic on the other side of the spectrum, in the middle of all of those responses, for us as a community to pause, to take a collective deep breath, to take an individual deep breath, to find those moments where we can be still and where we can remember that God is still with us, even in the midst of this chaos. So that reminder from Psalm 46 to be still and know that God is God, even when things feel very much out of control. Stay safe. Continue to check in on each other. Stay connected to what's going on. Grace and peace to all of you.